Charlotte.
Wow.
So she's a busy mom and grandma this week, so we want to pray for her. Father Abba, we are so grateful today. And we just thank you. And we do say together, this is the day the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. And we just thank you for Iran, Raheli, all of their staff, all that is going on in Israel and around the world. And God, we just thank you so much for blessing the NLC, the JLI, and all the work there. And we just ask that you would anoint the words that Iran is going to speak to us this morning, and give us a report. And we just pray all of this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I want to, before Iran stops, I do want to just show a couple of, let me see if I can share my screen. This is, okay. Let's see here. We are going to, let me get that out of the way. This was Bruce Pearl yesterday.
Time to celebrate. It's just time to celebrate being Jewish and being American and being proud Jews in New York that have helped build this amazing city. And it's so nice to know we're not alone and we're not going anywhere. Time to celebrate.
Isn't that great? Here's some pictures from the parade yesterday, which I thought this is Bruce Pearl right there. Then Joan Leslie, Julie Collier's in there. You can see all, there's just a wonderful group of USIEA was represented. Yeah, there's Bruce right there. Uh, isn't this awesome? So, they said about 100,000 uh, attended, 50,000 marched. Is that not incredible? That is just incredible. Great day in New York. And then, Aron, I think you'll be interested in this, where I got this text. We got this text from Heather this morning, and she wants us to agree in prayer today, for the president to stop negotiations with this haphazard regime and finish things. Here is the latest news. Iran is halting its indirect talks with U.S. negotiators in protest against Israel's attacks on Hezbollah in Lebanon. Iranian state-linked media reported Monday. Iran's Tasman news agency, linked to the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, reported that Tehran is cutting off talks due to the continued crimes of the Zionist regime in Lebanon. The report comes after the Iranian foreign minister posted to social media saying Lebanon must be included in the ongoing ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran. The United States and Israel bear responsibility for the consequences of any breach of the truce. Well, okay. So we're going to agree with prayer today for this is just um gotta come to an end, right, Iran?
Yeah, I'm starting. Sorry.
I hear.
So I'm smiling, Sharon, because this is what you said now. It's make me, it was we said in Hebrew, if it was not said, it was funny in a way. We have every morning that we are waking up, we have a soldier that is killed
Mhm.
every day. We have drones that coming from the north attacking inside Israel and the soldiers. We have students that are not going to schools, and some of them are learning under the tables because they're afraid, and they say that we are aggressive. And it's make me laugh because Benjamin Netanyahu is very gentle with them, and because we wants to be fair with President Trump and his request. But people in Israel are living under tables in the bomb shelters, buried their childrens, and they say that we are aggressive. And this is one joke. And the other thing that make me smile is Jewish Christians, Israelis are marching in New York City, and there is a Mamdani there that is an Ishmael, the modern Ishmael that is running New York City. But this Ishmael cannot stop everything, like Bruce Pearl said. They don't stop us. So Lebanon will not stop us. Iran will not stop us. Mamdani is going to not stop us. Nobody's going to stop us because we are Jewish people. It's we don't have the luxury that somebody will stop us. Like nobody will stop the activity in the NLC, and nobody stop the activity in the JLI, because this is how we are building, and this is some of the things that I will like to speak with you today. And this is our reality here. So it's make me smile. I'm not sure this is the right thing to act, but that we are aggressive. We are not aggressive for 2 months because we want to give a chance to talk to peace talk with the Lebanon government that cannot stop these terror gangs that is affecting them more than they're affecting us. They are living under terror. They are living under afraid. They are living under poverty, like in Gaza. But it's very convenient to say that the Jewish Israelis are aggressive, and so this is how this world start to build these days with the fake news and people creating an environment about something, and some innocent people are believe that this is the truth. But for us that living here in these days in Israel, it's we are praying that this war is going to end, because we are suffering here. Our economy is suffering. The children is suffering, and we created programs to take care of the children, the healing process of the trauma. But I'm praying that we are going to win the post-trauma, because we are living still in the trauma. And nobody knows if it's going to stop tomorrow or it's going to stop 2 weeks or 2 months from now. But we are walking by faith since Abraham, and we are going to continue to do it. And this is part of my what is God put in my heart today. And I was reading that in the portion of Shabbat from Numbers 8 to 12, the portion called Bahalotcha, that the meaning of that in a way it's raise and act, faith, responsibility, and action, challenging time. This is what is happening in Israel these times, and you can see how much every week that we are speaking, I'm giving you a little bit about how relevant, and this is something that we are communicate here every day with the student that is coming. How relevant is the Bible in Israel now more than ever? So it's not just a book. It's like something that you can learn and guide, and this is something that it's really important, because this portion it's important, because in this portion it's speaking not just about Israel in the desert, or the Israelites in the desert. It's speaking about us. When I'm speaking about us, I'm speaking about you and me. It's not just the Jewish people. It's challenges that we are facing. But through the journey that we are speaking now, in the phase that the Israelites in the desert, they are standing in the middle of a historical journey. They just go from Egypt. They saw miracles. They accept the Bible. They receive the Torah, and they are going through the promised land. And still they have complaints, and still they are grumbling, and these there are disputes. The people are missing Egypt, which is crazy. but they are missing Egypt. They are missing, and they're forgetting what they have before this moment, and they're not looking in a way to what is going to be. And when you are reading that in the first time, you can think that the problem is with external challenges. Sorry, but the Torah is showing something more deeper. Challenges are not always just outside. The enemy is not just what's happening outside the camp. The biggest challenge is what's happening in our hearts. It's speaking about what is our faith, what is our hope, where is our gratitude, and when is our willingness to keep moving. And we are reading and reading that, and this is what you can see what's happening in this week, and we start this conversation about that. This week, the people that living in the north, they have terrible days, very stressful, very a lot of threats from my side. And again, you see drones, you see rockets, and you see everyday soldiers that are dying. And a lot of family in the Galilee, in the border area, they're facing in a reality that nobody needs or wants to get used to it. And again, since the 7th of October, there is concern, exhaustion, and there's question mark about the future. But through all of that, we see children, we see the communities that continue to build. If you are going to come these days, and I hope that you are going to come soon, and you are going to the Gaza envelope, you see people that raising from ashes and build their kibbutzim again, their villages again, and you see soldiers that are coming time after time after time to protect, reserve people that coming in the fifth and the second, six times in this year, and they come to protect. We see educators that continue. I saw teachers that are in the north. The children are afraid. They have children that are afraid, but they are continuing to come to the school because the system needs to go. And we see people that continue to live there. If in the 7th of October and the 8th of October, people left the Galilee, people left the north, now they are not left anywhere. They are staying in their home. And we see communities that choose life. And this is the message in this portion. The reality is not easy. The question is how we are responding to reality. And and one of the ideas of the verses is raise up, O Lord, and let your enemies be scattered. And this is something that I'm very connected to my daily basis. And you see that in Numbers, it's written whenever the ark set out, Moses said, raise up, O Lord, and let your enemies be scattered. It's Numbers 10:35. And it's amazing to see how it's built. The ark is moved, the people advanced, the camp set out, and only then came the prayer. And there is an amazing principle. Faith is not called to passivity. Faith is an invitation to partner with God acts. And this is something that I'm did is my in my life. This is my journey. And God is inviting us to work alongside with Him. God He set the direction. We are called to walk on it. This is the idea, and this is a pattern that you see that God giving the vision, and people being are called to turn that vision into reality. Sounds familiar for me very much. We see in Nehemiah that the idea behind his act is raise and build. God promised Jerusalem will be restored, but its walls, it's not raised from the ground by a miracle. When Nehemiah heard about the very hard situation of Jerusalem, he was prayer, he was fasted, he was asked from God's help. He didn't stop there. He go to bring resource. He organized the people. He faced the challenges, the opposition and threats. And then he called to the people in Nehemiah 2:18, come, let's upraise and build. And this is something that combining a beautiful, for me, it's a beautiful combination of prayer and work, vision and implementation of that. Esther, it's amazing, again, an amazing thing that you can see when the people saw that when the Israelite was facing a trouble, Mordecai didn't say to her, okay, let's sit and wait for a miracle. He said in Esther 4:14, and who knows whatever you have come to the kingdom for such time as this. This is maybe God put you in this place, but Esther need to choose. And again, she's fasted, she's praying, she risked her life, she's acting. God opened the doors, Esther chose to walk on that. And this is what we see in Israel these days. And today we have amazing group that came from young people, Jewish young people that came from the diaspora, from the US, from Australia, from all over the world, and they came to Israel to do an aliyah, to live in Israel, to serve in the IDF. And you see young people that are left their convenience life instead of going to the college and eating lunch in Five Guys. I don't know where they're eating. But very convenience, they choose to come to Israel. And this is a beautiful thing. And after a day that there was jumping here and running, and it was such amazing and a blessed day, I was sitting with them and start to ask them why you came here. It's a wartime. It's very difficult. It's something that bad. And one of them, amazing young guy from New Jersey, say to me, Eran, in Isaiah 11, it was written that we are going to come from all four quarters of the world. God said that. This is the vision. We are doing that. And for me, I was hearing this young 18 years old guy from New Jersey that is a beach boy in a way, that you see that he's a fun guy, but this guy connected to God through Isaiah prophet, and he did the action. God put the vision, he did it. And this is, I think, something that it's really, you can see that, by the way, and you heard and you met Dakota, the grandson of Sharon, that did the decision to come. He was active. He didn't, and again, I'm not saying bad things, but he didn't was sitting behind his computer and running a blog for Israel. He came to Israel, and he was coming. He will come soon back to Israel because we need him, and he wants to be here, and he's a fun guy and a very nice guy. And Levovit miss him very much, sometimes more than she's missing me. But this young man decided to be activist. And he's coming, Dakota's coming because God said to him, and God put him in his heart to come to Israel. And to see the young generations of Jewish people and Christians, but people that connecting to the Bible, connecting to the Tanakh, connecting to the Torah, understand that in the meaning that, okay, this is not a manual of how to live good. No, it's how the world is running. This is the thing. And if you want to walk by faith, and if you want to be part of the vision, you need to do something. Miracles happening every moment. I see them. I know to see them. I know to thanks about the miracles in my life, and I have such a, Rachel encouraged me to write a book about the miracles in my life. And I can read, I can write, I think, two big books without any picture, just wording. But but it's not just about that. Is we as a board in JH Israel, and Sharon is leading that, and my staff, we're not sitting and waiting that the war is end. The war is not going to end, and if it's going to end, it's going to be a new one. And if it's not a war, it's another challenge. And we have a generation of trauma that we need to take care. We are not waiting. It's not time. It's a sense of urgency. And I think one of the things that we are stepping very strongly on the gas is because we need to be in action. We need to be in a move. We need to do something big because God vision is to do it. And it's not just that, but think about it in numbers. In year of 2025 without a war, we have the same number in 2026 without working 2 months. So think about it, that it's a miracle. But we not just it's a miracle that happened because of vision. It's because support people like you support the vision. It's because good people are praying every day for Israel and for what we are doing. It's because of the people in the ground coming every morning to the JLI, NLC, high school, and their hearts is full with faith and believe that we need to change the world. We need to change. We need to act. And when I heard this guy speaking about Isaiah, I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so small, in my things that I'm doing every day, because this young man is risking his life, come to here, and he want to save Israel. Think about it. It's like craziness, but it's craziness. It's not craziness that I say that, things like that is not a man can create a production like that. We are very limited in our mind and state. Abba knows that. And Abba make a plan. And when Abba make a plan, there is a lot of soldiers and officers and intercessors that coming and join hand together. And just because of that, we are not going to afraid of Iran. And Mamdani is just a fashion. He's going to disappear in the pages of history, and 20 years, 50 years from now, 1,000 years from now, nobody is going to remember Mamdani, but everybody is going to continue to remember Moses, David, and Abram. So we are strong. We are working very hard. We are going to continue, and we are trying to do more. But we have a lot of faith in our hearts and a lot of belief. But most of it, I think, and this is something that I say to one of my, I was interview someone today to come to the JLI. I said, I'm looking for people with joy. I don't people that are sad and mad and don't have faith, don't come to work for me. Go to work in Zara. This is a better place for you. We are need people with grace, that people that saying thank you God that I'm coming every morning to come to work in your vision, in your house, in your garden. And I think because of that, my staff is like that. People that are full with thanks to the Lord and coming with joy and happiness, and this is how we are going to win. Thank you very much, Aaron.
Oh, that was you preaching this morning. Yeah,
Really?
yes, I'm telling you, it is just exciting. And I'm excited. And you know what? You just had the sweetest smile on your face the whole time you were talking.
Thank you.
See the joy. I see the hope. And so that's very, very exciting. I love all this report that you've given. And you are so right. Dakota is so ready to get back. He called Terry, my husband, on Friday, and he said, he calls him Opa. Opa, can you please call Heather and tell her I need to go back now? Iran needs me. So he's trying. As soon as he gets the okay, that ticket is on is he's coming. But so yeah, we just gotta pray for that also.
For sure.
Yes, Raheli, I do want to just say a big thank you to you, Raheli, because Dakota was here last weekend and he sang Terry and I several songs in Hebrew because Raheli told him, because he's trying to learn Hebrew, and she said, learn through song, it will help. And so we were cracking up because he was singing these songs with so much joy, and just it was great. Thank you. He's trying.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, all right.